Hi, I'm Janine Sandy with Light in Your Way, and I need to get my other glasses. There we go. So I'm Janine with Light in Your Way, and thank you very much for joining me today. What we're going to do today is send healing and comfort and actually do some rescue work with those affected by the Southern California fires. It's beyond devastating to read about what's going on and hear about what's going on. And we just experienced this in the Bay Area, in Santa Rosa and Napa. Hi, Cindy. It's so great to have you with me. Yay. So we're going to do a few things today. And always, 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 whenever we are sending healing, we are receiving healing. So what I've told people a lot and written about a lot is when I'm feeling devastated by what's going on the planet, by what's going on in our government, all the people that are hurting, the best thing I can do is send healing, and I feel better. So it's not just me giving away my energy, it's me filling me and then being able to serve. So that's what we're going to do today. And I do want to mention I still have a really fun teleclass happening on Wednesday evenings at 6:30. There are a couple of more happening. They're just $25 per session, called How to Feel Good During Crazy Times. And a lot of us are kind of in this we're always braced for more craziness, so it's really important to feel good. And you can get more information on my Facebook page or my website, lightenyourway.com. We're going to jump in and we're going to get grounded. We're going to work with our guides and angels. We're going to work with the spirits of the wind and the rain and the earth and the fire if we can. And then we're going to send healing to the firefighters, to the animals. And, honestly, what has hit me the most and broken my heart, and I don't want to talk about it much or I'll start crying, is the animals that have perished, especially the beautiful horses. There's been at least 75 horses lost. Hundreds have been saved. Hundreds. That's the good news. But the bad news is a number of them were lost. And bless the trainers that risked their lives to work on helping to save them. So let's start by just getting centered. Being centered means let's get in the middle of your energy field. A lot of us are thinking about what's next, what's next, what's next, and we're out in front of ourselves and we're chasing our aura down the street. And that isn't very effective. So we're going to start by getting centered. And that means just take a breath in. And as you exhale, imagine this aura, this bubble that you live in, just adjusts itself so it's equal front and back, equal top and bottom. We're just going to adjust our energy field. There. I know there's just a couple of you. Hi, Laura. A couple of us on the phone or on Facebook right now, but I could feel kind of you click into place, which is fantastic. Now what we want to do is call in all of what I call our guides and angels and healers and helpers. When we're working with something that's painful or tragic or upsetting, we always need to protect ourselves. And we protect ourselves by being full and grounded. And we protect ourselves with our spirit helpers. So we all have what's called a gatekeeper. Hi, Laura. We all have a gatekeeper. Or people might call it a guardian angel. And we want to ask these beings to stand at our backs behind us and wrap around us from behind and protect us. The main gate they're protecting is the top of our heads, but we have chakras, intake centers that are also being protected. So there, let's just call our gatekeepers in place. Let's just get here, and you might feel kind of a thickening around you or some energy around you. Maybe some warmth. Maybe it feels like someone's touching your arm. All of that's really good. Now let's take a couple of minutes and get grounded. Again, the last thing we want to do is dive into something that's painful and horrific without being grounded and full and protected. It doesn't help anybody for us to take on the pain of the world. It doesn't help. And a lot of us do it, especially those of us who are as sensitive as we are. We feel things deeply, and that's good, but it doesn't help the people that are being hurt, or animals, or us, to take it into our bodies and, spend the afternoon crying. That's not, it's not helpful. So let's just take a moment with your eyes open or closed, and we're going to take a breath in and out. And as you breathe in again, just notice how much of your body moves. Notice how much of your body moves. It's amazing. Just breathing. How much of our body gets involved with just breathing. Hi, Chris. So feel your ribs expand. Feel your belly expand. Feel yourself breathe. Feel yourself breathe. And so really move your awareness and your attention and intention down into the area of your heart and lungs. Feel your heart beating. Feel your lungs expand, your rib cage expand, your back muscles expand. Very good. Okay, good. I just felt us kind of click in. That's great. Yay. Now let's move our awareness down further into our midsection around our navel and our back. Let's remember we're centered. We're in the middle of our aura. So we're moving down into the middle of our body. We're not just paying attention to the front. We're in the middle, and we can feel front and back. Let's just feel it coming down. Good. Now move down into your belly. Excellent. And feel your low back and your belly. Feel your belly move as you breathe. Yay. Really good. It's so fun to see the comments. My sister Chris is on the broadcast, and Cindy's saying hi to Chris. It's really cool. I love doing Facebook Live. It's fun. So thanks for you guys for being friendly with each other. Now we're going to move our awareness down to our groin area, which often kind of gets to be like a kink in the hose. It gets shut off because we we sit down so much. Sorry about that. And now we want to feel our groin and just allow it to open. Unkink that hose. Great. And now let's move our awareness and our energy down into our upper legs, our knees, our feet. And let your feet sink down into the earth and down below the room you're sitting in and down into the earth. And let your feet grow roots. We want big tap roots. Tap roots as big as your feet are, not little spindly, thready things. Big tap roots going deep into the earth. Good. Now I see big feet on everybody. That's really cool. Now, those of you that are watching the broadcast after the fact, you're going to be getting all this too. So I'm hoping you're participating whenever you watch this. So we've got our feet plugged in. Now we want to get a sense of a column of light that goes up to source, whatever source is to you, up to your source. So we're connected up to source. We're connected down to the earth. Great. Now let's really start pulling energy into us and through us. We always want to pull energy through us. So we're pulling spiritual energy. A number of you have Reiki, whatever spirit, angel energy, whatever you want to do. We want to call it into us into the top of our heads, and we want to pull energy from the earth up into our bodies, and we want to start opening and allowing this energy to come out of our hands. There. And you can put your hands up or down. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you. But what we're going to do with our protection in place, with us centered, and with us grounded and full, we're going to start by calling in and praying to the energy of the wind. And what I've been playing with since these fires started, and with the fires in Northern California earlier this year, grounding the wind. We just grounded ourselves. But I find that apparently the wind is better today. It was really not good. Santa Ana winds are horrible in Southern California. But we want to just see if we can pull the wind down, pull it down, 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 and ground it. And that's one of the things I do. Wind and fire are a horrible, horrible combination. There, good. And we want to call on rain, call on the energy and spirit of rain, and just ask it to come in. And what I've been doing, in addition to just praying for rain and calling in the energy of rain, is just imagining that the moisture in the atmosphere kind of coalesce and come together enough to create at least some mist, but ideally rain clouds and rain, and just to really get these fires calmed down and out, get the wind calmed down, get the rain coming down. And let's just also, I know this sounds odd, but I'm a big believer in grounding. So I'm seeing the fire calmed down and grounded. Calmed down and grounded. Boy, it's so interesting. I'm looking out at my window. I'm not going to turn this around. A coyote is walking in our backyard. I don't know. That's pretty interesting coyote medicine right now. So it's just looking around. I'm hoping it can help us ground the fire, ground the wind, and call in the rain. Yay. Okay. I'm seeing, and what's beautiful is I'm seeing a lot of spirit beings helping us. It's not just a few of us on the call, or a few of you, or a few hundred of you after the fact. There's thousands, it looks like, of beings working with us, and that's what we want. There's so much help. Now let's really just send energy to the firefighters who are working 24, 48 hours, risking their lives. Let's really call in all of their guides and angels and healers and helpers, and see them connected to the earth, and see them getting full of energy from the earth and from the angels and from the divine. Let's pray for their protection. Really call on the firefighters and all the other people that are helping. As I mentioned, I'm especially dismayed, touched, grieving over the loss of the animal life and the horses that couldn't get out, at least 75 of them. And there is one horse trainer who was burned over, it's hard to talk, over 50% of her body trying to get her horses out. So we're sending energy to all of those people. I don't like crying on camera, but it's just, bless these people who are risking their lives to help the animals and to help get rid of the fire. So we're sending energy to this woman whose name is Martine. She's in San Diego. And any others. I've seen some beautiful videos on Facebook of people risking their lives to get the horses out, and it's just lovely. So I need to ground. My heart's open. I'm just so grateful for these people that care so deeply. And we're sending energy to them. I want to see all of them surrounded by love. See Martine especially, and any others who got burned in the fire trying to help. Just surrounded by angels and guides and healing energy. There. And her space, this woman in San Diego, let's just ask that it be completely filled with light and love. Great. Great. That's beautiful. I'm seeing angel hands on her. Apparently she's in a medically induced coma, or was, because the burns were so bad. So now the main thing I want to do in the bit of time we have left, for all of the horses especially, but all of the wildlife, all of the animals, people like in Santa Rosa and Napa, people had to get out fast. Sometimes they could get their animals, sometimes they couldn't. They didn't have time. They did their best. Let's just see all of these beings who are who perished in the fire. I love to do something called rescue work, and it's a way to help beings and people who've suffered in this lifetime but no longer have bodies, help them get to the light. And it helps to clear up the trauma, the terror, the pain, the suffering on this plane, on this third dimension. So what we're doing is we are going to see all of the animals, especially the 75 plus horses that perished, but lots of other animals. Let's see each of them individually surrounded by their guides and angels and healers and helpers. Great. Oh, there's so much spirit here. It's horrible, and it's so profoundly healing to see the amount of healing and love and support we have available to us. So we're seeing all of these spirit beings surrounding all of these dear animals that most likely died a really horrible death. We're letting these beings know, the horses, the dogs, there's at least one pig, all of the animals that perished, we're letting them know their bodies have gone back to the earth, but they are not dead. They're still quite alive, and that it's time for them to go to the light. So often what happens when people get killed in car accidents, animals get hit, I'm always doing this kind of work when I see a dead animal by the side of the road. They don't know they're dead. It's a lot like the movie Ghost from years ago with Patrick Swayze. They don't know they're dead. They're like, come on, get up, let's get going. But their body isn't moving. So we do a little counseling. We let these beings know that their body has gone back to the earth, but their spirit is ready to go to the light. And we're asking all of their guides and angels and healers and helpers to surround these beautiful animals, all of them. There's so many. There's so many guides and angels. There's probably at least 4 or 5 for each animal. And now we're asking them to help these animals, the animal spirits, lift up, 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 up. And it looks a little like Peter Pan and Wendy. So the guides are helping the animal spirits lift up away from their bodies. Lift up, lift up, lift up, there. And float up, 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 up. And they're going to get to like a curtain or a membrane. And to me, that's just the border between this third dimensional world we live in and what I call the light. It's very simple. I just call it the light. Excuse me. And what happens is, and there's so many of them, I don't know if you can sense this, but there's this beautiful, beautiful flow up, 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 up to the light. So they're going up to the curtain and they pause. And before they go through, they let go of all the pain and the trauma. It's like they kind of take off their clothes, although most animals don't have a lot of clothes they're wearing. They take off their clothes, which is the trauma, the pain, the suffering from this lifetime. And they go across and they're starting to flow across. I'm seeing animals, the horses galloping across. They're going across and they're free. They're pure spirit. They're often, I see them kind of doing somersaults in the air. But at this point, I'm just seeing these beautiful animals galloping, tossing their heads, prancing around in their beautiful light bodies, and they are free. So we're going to just hold the space. We're holding the space for as many animals that have perished, even if they didn't perish in the fire, any and all animals that no longer have their bodies, that need help getting to the light. Let's just ask that their guides and angels come and be with them. Great. So if you have any precious animals that you've lost that may or may not have gotten across to freedom, to pure light and love and spirit, we're going to include them. And we're going to just ask that they be met by their guides and angels with complete love, and that they be reminded that their bodies, their physical bodies are gone, but their light bodies are perfectly alive. And it's time for them to go to the light and be free. Great. And I'm seeing just lots of flow, up, 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 and then they kind of pop through and shake their heads and run around and connect with their animal friends. There. So we're just going to finish here in a minute or a few minutes. I'm hoping you can feel this. I'm hoping you can feel this. Great. Now it looks like the flow going up, up, up has slowed down, which means we did a lot of good work in a short time. Since we're plugged in, since we're together on this call, let's send more healing, to, especially to the firefighters, to all the people that are putting their lives on the line to help save homes, save animals, save people. Let's just send them as much love and protection as we can. And we're channeling this through us. We're never, ever, ever giving away our own energy. We're not giving our energy to them. We're channeling love through us for them. We're channeling safety and protection through us for them. And once again, let's call on the spirit of the wind and the fire to ground. Just kind of to go underground, to just calm down, to get grounded. There, great. Get grounded, calm down. Because fire's angry, it's hot, and we want to just calm it all down. So we're sending peace to the wind and to the fire. And we're sending love, and we're beckoning to the water, to rain, to at least some fog, some moisture. There. But especially, let's send love, appreciation, gratitude, and safety and energy to those blessed firefighters who are working, exhausted. There. Really good. Now, before we finish, let's just take a moment and ask that the places where beings have died, the stables, any place else, the woods, where the wild animals have perished, let's just send light there. Light to this part of the earth that's been ravaged by fire. And love. There. Good. And let's plant a ball of love under the earth and just let it permeate. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you for caring. I apologize for crying. I can't help it. But it is what it is, and I'll probably leave this video up even though it's on the embarrassing side. So I'm Janine Sandy. I'm a medical intuitive energy healer. Check out my website at lightenyourway.com. I'd love it if you share this video, and we'll get more people praying, helping in any and every way we can. And again, I do have a class coming up and more coming up. Oh, good. Cindy was crying too. And Laura gave up. I'm glad I'm not the only one, but I'm the only one on camera. That's the problem. I used to cry in classes, and sometimes I cry with my clients, and it'd be nice to be able to cry more gracefully, but our hearts, I know that when we're crying, it's because our hearts are opening in cases like this. My heart opens and my eyes leak, and that's just the way it goes. So bless you for some tears if that's what you were experiencing. Thank you. I love you. Have a wonderful afternoon. Keep just feeling the love and sending the love, and many blessings. Bye.